Hello, I'm gonna be ranking every Showman email today. I'm using the crappy record thing on the Xbox game bar because, I don't know, I'm uploading this to YouTube because I have nothing to do today. Let's rank every Showman email. So, some kind of robot. Very minimally animated. I don't know. I can't give this higher than a B. Hell, I could even go to a C, but because it's the first Strong Bad email, I gotta give it a B. Hamzar. This is a big improvement from the first because there's some, actual animation. So, it's going in A tier because I like it enough. But IQ. I don't know. I've always found this one kind of a pain to sit through. It's long. It's not really very funny. I'll give this a D tier. By the way, I should really add an F tier. I'll just be adding that. I'm gonna make it brown because brown looks like poop. But this is F tier. Hamstar hair. This is literally an image. This is the first F tier one because I do not like it at all. Making out. This one's kind of good. I can give it A tier. Depressio. Okay, this is going in A tier. I don't think anything is really cracked S tier yet. I like Halloweener. There's just something keeping it from getting an S. I don't know. It's going in A. Brian Rietta. It's a trans joke. I love you. It's the start of the Hokugads. I gotta give it an S tier just for creating one of the greatest songs in all of Homestar Runner. I'm like, come on for Hokugads. It's a come on for Hokugads. Everybody to the limit. Everybody to the limit. Everybody come on for Hokugads. Trevor the Vampire. This is one of the funniest ones, especially because there's like a little clip show thing at the end where it's literally just the clips of him reading stuff from the email itself. I love this email, especially the humor to it. It's getting an S. I rule. This is one of those boring ones where not much is even going on, but I can give it a C tier because it's funny enough, because Strong Baddie is just a hilarious concept. Credit card is an A tier. I love the fact that he stole Homestar's credit card information. He's buying a bunch of stuff on the cooleststuffever.com. I remember reading this on the Homestar Runner wiki. There was an entire page somebody actually created that's mimicking that coolest stuff ever website. But Aishibi, I don't know. I mean, he does make fun of people's grammar. That's kind of a thing he does in a bunch of Strawman emails. But then again, I don't think anybody's ever really made an entire email about that. And I don't think it really works, so it's getting a D tier. It's kind of like Butt IQ. It's pretty painful to watch for me. Duck Pond. This would be a C, but it gets a B because I like the idea of being able to play the game at the end and kind of like a little Easter egg. So it's getting a B just for the fact that it's a game. The Basics. I don't know. I'm giving the Basics a C because I don't know, but a lot of these earlier Tandy emails just are not funny. Band names. I'm giving this an A. It's got some good jokes about, invite Pom Pom or me to the dance. There was a joke about Pom Pom there. I haven't watched some of these in a while because I think a lot of these early emails are kind of boring to sit through. I get why they're I get they have a kind of important part to play in the history of the series, but honestly, the B, A, and S tiers are the only ones I'll find myself returning to very often. Also, Limousine. That's always a plus. Studying. This email is better than first, second, and quite possibly even third base. I don't think it's better than first. I don't think it's second, so it's getting third base. Stand up. I like this one. I don't know why, but I like it. It's getting a strong A tier. This is getting a high A tier. Like, I'm doing these all in chronological order, so I'm not really messing them up. Like, moving one before the other out of chronological order. But this would be a very high A tier, kind of like there or something. Cape Leg. This one's not very funny, like, but they do kind of make a joke about how bad it is, so it's getting a D where it would probably get an F. Spring cleaning. Oh, I know what to do this one. S tier. That didn't come out as well as I thought. But I don't know, we gave us the first taste of deleted, so I like it enough. Cartoon. I'm giving this a strong B tier. Little Animal. I know it's given over Strong Bad Email 22, but I'm trying to do it like the way it was. I don't know. I like this one. I like the animation thing at the end. I just like it. It kind of gives me a cozy feeling. This might not be this might be a kind of a hot take, but it's getting a S tier. The Bird. Okay, this is where we start getting good, strong, bad emails. I can give a bit of these, I can give a few of these, like, high praise. I like the choose your own, okay, I kind of went a little crazy. But I will talk about the S tier ones, but the Bird is like such a clever email in the way that they're giving you the bird, but you don't get to see the fingers. CGNU is such a clever idea, and one step ahead, I like the choose your own adventure style thing where you can click on the choice you want him to make. Superhero name, Steiny, put this in S tier. 12 o'clock. This email reads your system time and puts it on the alarm clock. That alone makes it an S tier just for coolness. Sugar Bob. I don't know. I never really like this one. I don't like this one. I'm giving it a D tier because I don't really feel like it's fair giving it an S tier. Strong Baddie. This Flag Day. This email is Strong Baddie and National Anthem immediately getting an S tier. Gimmicks. The Tandy blows up, and this kind of becomes an arc for a bit. So, but I like how it's quite literally like, imagine if you did an email without gimmick, and it ends up being a gimmick that his computer blows up. Weird Dream, until you can get the Tandy fixed again, he uses the cheats computer, and you get to see the states in their underwear. This would probably be a C tier, but I like the idea of states in their underwear, and you getting to see a bunch of states in their underwear. It's a clever idea. I'm giving it, an A tier. Sisters. I'm giving it a B. Can't put it much higher, can't put it much lower. Guitar. Kinda. One of these lines is kind of a predecessor to Trogdor, but it's mostly him making silly noises. Then again, the lighter kind of burns up the paper at the end, so it gets an A. It would probably get a B or even a C, but I like it enough. It's kind of like Weird Dream. I like the weirdness of it enough. It gets an A. Dullard. Kind of office humor. I've never been a huge fan of office humor, but I do kind of like how Homestar Runner does it, so it's getting a B where it would probably get a C. Helium. I like sucking helium out of balloons to make my voice sound higher, but not very often though. That can cause some brain damage. But I think it's funny, so I'd give it an A. Company of Ones. It's not very funny. I'm giving it a B. It's kind of like Dullard and Sisters. Can't put it much higher, can't put it much lower. Vacation. This is getting an A tier. This is getting an S tier. It's such a cool idea. Like the fact that it's just, I don't know. I think this is cool. You can sue me if you want. So this is where you get to Speed Email 22. They skipped over, basically ideas, instead of putting it between cartoon, they skipped all the way to number 23, Little Animal, and this is kind of supposed to be the lost email. But I like this enough. It's one of the shortest emails, but it's like, oh, I'll tell you what I think of the English. So, not a thing. I think it's funny. Very funny. It's very funny. That's all I can say. Invisibility. These are the 40 emails so far. This is the entirety of the Tandy era. If you want to take a closer look at where I've ranked all the Tandy emails, then you can. Pause it right here if you need to. But anyways, now we're hopping into the Compy era. Invisibility. Compy era is my favorite, and I like this idea enough of him doing pranks with, well, being invisible. So, I think it's funny. It's not the funniest Strawmed email, but hey. Action figure. Smells like peanut action. It's giving it an A. Has some decent jokes in it. Little questions. How strong Badio is formed. It's C. I don't think this one's very funny. I don't know. It's surrealist. Actually, I'll give it a B. It's B tier. Lures and jigs. Okay, this one's a D. I don't think this one's very funny. Techno. Your friends. I like the humor in this, especially just him hurting his friends with cartoony violence is funny. It's getting an S. New hands. New hands. He gets different things for hands. It's kind of like fingers, but done a little less good. Getting a C. Ghosts. Getting a B in the way of I like the Easter egg at the end where if you kill the bad grass, Ghost Strong Sad sings you a creepy song. Oh, have you seen the ghost of John? Something with no finger, skin on. Theme party. I don't think I've seen this one. Or maybe I have, and I just don't remember. Their F is now also counts as not seen, so I'm going to, so I'll tell you when I haven't seen an email or can't remember what it is, so theme party's going in F just because I haven't seen it in a while. 50 emails, we've ranked the first 50 emails. If you want to see where they are, then here you go. Anyways, I want to tell you about 50 emails. I like how this one's humor, like, hey, Strong Dad, I bought your fondue pot back. Oh, I know what to do with this one. Dubolited, 3D-teated, meat-headed, or, like, just, it's just funny. Website. I think this is the first email that has never been uploaded to YouTube on the official channel, which really sucks because it's a really cool email. It's funny about how it's talking about crappy websites like theirs, and it also has a lot of cool Easter eggs going for it, so website's getting a strong S tier. This is where we start getting more consistent S tiers. There's Island is going in S because I like how Strong, Bad, and Homestar kind of work on an island. Comic is the beginning of Teen Girl Squad, so it's getting A. Morning Routine is just funny enough with how there's a bunch of eggs in the couch. Cheat Talk is B tier because, I don't know, it's kind of funny, kind of not funny. That's the way I can get it. This email is cursed. Japanese cartoons, of course, Stingo Man, it's getting an S tier. Trogdor! Ba-ba-da-da-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, Trogdor! Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, 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 oh yeah, and I really, 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 really don't like him at all. Hata! It really makes you wonder how many of these emails were real. Like, I know that every email they featured, but it really makes you wonder if there's some in-joke in the fan base at the time to email Strong Bad about the cheat. It does bring up a few questions. Monster Truck. This is the very first appearance of Limousine that's not just their name. So it's gonna get a bit of a higher tier. It's also just, I love the fact that it's a Monster Truck ad. Interview. I was raised by a cup of coffee. I love Hamsar. Of course, any emails with him is going to be an S tier. Fingers. This is like New Hands, but done way funnier because he's got a bunch of random things like a battery and a candle and crab shell for a hand. So in summation, I think Cheat should get a raise of his allowance. I'm pretty sure is the line from that email. I don't know, it's getting an A. I like the fact that it has an Easter egg at the end, but the email can't really save it. Unused emails. I'm pretty sure this is the one where it's like, splat, oh, I just dropped a bunch of unused emails. Splat, I just dropped a whole bunch of money. I think that's the one. That joke alone gives it an S tier. If it's not, write in the comments. I don't know. The show. I don't know. This one's funny just because it's... I don't know what makes this one funny. I like it. It's going in A tier. Autobiography. Like, I get the joke that Stromberg wrote his own autobiography and he's making himself sound awesome, but this just drags on forever and forever. It's kind of like Butt IQ. It's funny at first, but it just kind of drags on forever. Caper. Oh, I got mad at the Cheat for screwing at the Jumble Caper. I hope he doesn't end up in the paper, in the obituaries. And that would mean he's dead, cause the Cheat is not dead. Cause I'm so glad the Cheat is not dead, and the Cheat is not dead. I'm so glad the Cheat is not dead, and the Cheat is not dead. I'm so glad the Cheat is not dead, and the Cheat is not dead. I'm so glad the Cheat's not. Just the claps. That's enough. Personal favorites. You get to see a bunch of emails that never happened. I really wish the one where he drinks a bunch of soy sauces. I wish that was a real email. It's funny. It's really funny. I'm giving it an S tier. Big white face. He thinks the Poopsmith is strong sad, and he ends up giving the Poopsmith an apology cake. I like this one. It's getting an A. 2 emails. Hello, I'm hot girl number 2. I don't remember much about this, but that joke alone gives it a B tier. Crazy cartoon. How do you think? Have you ever seen the show? How do you think the show would go? Everybody knows it. And you get the point. I gotta stop singing the songs from the Strong Mad Sings album. Oh, ba ba ba, ba 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 ba. Excellence and what is valor? Something wondering what the dumple is. CGNU. Privileges. This gets an A tier. I like it. Funny, gaponkity ponkity 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 ponkity, and Ruthie, squeak squat, squeak squat, squeak squat, squeak squat, pont rear, pont rear, pont rear, pont rear, pont rear, pont rear. And I will never ever 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 write a song about Sibby. Suntan. This email is a bunch of classic jokes. Anything. Homestar answers an email and pours Mountain Dew all over the compy. It's funny. The process. It's a B tier. Stunt double. Oh, he fights the law, and he also fights the crime, but not as much. Dangerous. With Ronaldo at his side. He'll have Ronaldo at his side. Dangerous. I sort of have to stop singing the songs for Strong Mad Sings. Date. This is loaded with Easter eggs. It's really funny how Homestar and Marzipan's going on a date. Also, the bear holding a shark. And this email is a classic. Impression. Got strong A tier. Actually, I could bring it down to a B. Labor Day, A tier. Kids book, very first email I ever saw, that's getting an S tier, and it's not due to nostalgia. Wondering what Strong Baddie will be like in 2 years. It's a very cool idea, but I think it gets brought down to an A. No loafing. I know the origin of the no loafing sign. I could give it a B. Mile. I love the Powered by the Cheat cartoons. It's getting a strong S. Couch Patch is getting a strong S just because it's funny how people have different stories. It kind of reminds me of the Rocko's Modern Life episode Floundering Fathers. Local news. Just, it's funny. It's, I don't know. Colonization. It's a B tier. Caffeine. I feel great. I feel great. I feel great. I don't feel bad. I can't even remember. I don't even watch football. I don't even watch football. I can't remember my legs. Kind of cool. What's great? Hello, Fifth Earth. I suck at Senior Cardigage, but it's a strong S tier. Army. Frank Benedetto. Don't you die on me. You never gave me your $5. Also, are you ready to give $5 to your colonel if it comes to that? Yeah! Video games. This one's a B tier. The Bet is also a C tier. Lackey. I feel a lot of these like late 90s ones were just kind of the ones being worked on during Flashback. But Different Town and Flashback itself were a strong S, and that's my ranking of the first 100 Strong Bad emails. Hope you enjoyed this. Probably not.